Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all, Best Catherine O'Hara role.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Mark,
Yeah.
when we were at Second City,
Yeah.
I guess long before we became closer friends, I'll bring Carla in now. The one thing I knew about you, Carla, from like within a short time of knowing you at Second City was that you, I don't know if worshipped is too strong a word, but like loved to the deepest part of your core, Catherine O'Hara. So honestly, when I saw the news that she had passed away, you were the first person. I almost thought to like reach out to you and be like, are you okay?
nice.
Which feels weird, but like that was the instinct. And when Mark and I talked about this morning as a topic to record, I was like, let's reach out to Carla. Instant agreement from Mark. Like you were the one person we had to have on to talk about this.
Thanks, you guys.
You are, in many ways, too, have followed in her footsteps. For those who've never heard Carla on the show before, this is our dear friend, Carla Cackowski.
Hi.
Second City improv legend in Los Angeles, and very, very funny. Every time we've gotten on stage together, it's been a delight. Every time we've hung out not on stage together, it's been even more of a delight. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so sorry about Catherine O'Hara. So very sorry that we lost her. But we're going to celebrate
too.
her here and talk about her greatest roles. What drew you to her initially? Like, when did you become a fan?
Gosh, I think I've just always been aware of her. I feel like one of the first movies that I have. Okay, so the story is that my first movie that I saw in the theater was E.T., but I don't remember that. But one of the first movies that I consciously remember is Beetlejuice. And I remember just being like, everybody in this is great, but who's the stepmom? And just like thinking she was so just like sophisticated and hilarious. And like, I don't know, I just was so into her clothing and her hair and her facial expressions. And then I just kind of like, you know, I was a kid and it was the 80s. You didn't look anybody up on IMDb.
No.
So I just kind of bookmarked her face in my mind. And then, you know, when I saw Home Alone a couple years later, I don't even think I connected it right away. I might have taken a couple. I did see Home Alone many times in the actual theater, but I do remember at a certain point being like, oh my God, it's the same woman.
People are doing that now with Schitt's Creek.
I know.
Which is crazy.
It's so wild.
Like, can you believe that's the mom?
Yeah, this happened like 5 years ago or so with Schitt's Creek when it like really hit. I remember seeing all these memes of like, did you know that she's also in Beetlejuice and she's the mom in Home Alone? And I was like, yes, we all knew that.
Yeah. And in the interim, she is in all of these incredible improvised Christopher Guest movies.
Totally. I've just always been a huge fan. Yeah.
The magic of Catherine O'Hara is you could say that her role in Beetlejuice is your favorite, or you could say it's Kate McAllister in Home Alone. You could pick any of the Christopher Guests. You could pick her stuff on SCTV, and it's all different, especially like that SCTV cast. And even being aside next to Andrea Martin, who's more like traditional. She's like in the Ruth Buzzy mold of like wacky big characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yet like Catherine O'Hara's right there with every single person in that cast. Like her Katharine Hepburn is incredible. The high school quiz bowls where she kept buzzing in early. Like that was her bit. She just buzzed in early and answered every single time and like crying and getting upset, but still buzzing in, like couldn't help. Just kept going, I thought you were finished. Like just, she's so brilliant. And then like the person that she was that we got to see, like obviously our relationship with her is parasocial. We didn't know her, but like she just seemed to be delightful and enjoying life and like appreciative of where she was at every single moment that you saw her. And that's hard to do for as long a career as she's had and as big a career as she's had.
Agreed. I think that there's something, I mean, it's interesting to bring up the SCTV cast because of course that they're all so iconic and like that show is just, I mean, in my opinion, it's the greatest sketch show of all time. That's a different topic though for your podcast. Which you've done, I'm sure. But something about Catherine that is a little different for me is that she it's so like her emotions never feel, or the way she expresses them, it never feels cartoonish necessarily. I mean, I enjoy cartoonish as much as anybody, but it's always like very grounded in some sort of like relatable or recognizable human emotion. And I think I've been thinking about this a lot the past few days. I think that's kind of what always just like touched my heart, was that I could recognize people that I knew in all of her characters, even the craziest, silliest ones.
Yeah. I think for me, it's that everything had stakes. You know what I mean? Every character had such high stakes, and she played everything truthfully always. That was one thing that I really, really prized about her work, is that it doesn't matter if it's something like Delia Dietz, who she thinks this house is ugly and doesn't want to be there. Or it's something like, I left my kid back home, something with real world, like huge, horrifying stakes. She plays them all so sublimely and to the exact amount that the stakes are always crazy high for her in any situation, but she can dial up or down the performance. And it's when she's doing quiet, subtle stuff. Like, I'm thinking about Christopher Guest movies now. I'm thinking about For Your Consideration, where she's playing a woman trying to win an Oscar. And her Home for Purim scenes in that are as subtle comedy as her ginormous character in Beetlejuice is. And then to just earnestly sing in Nightmare Before Christmas. There's so many great characters.
And A Mighty Wind, like seeing where her life is and where her life could have been and like the choices that she made and the relationship she had going through it. But like all of her swings are so big that she's grounded emotionally. But when Cookie Fleck twists her ankle and she's got that weird wobbly walk at the end, like just ridiculous, like all these ridiculous things that shouldn't all work together. Like, it takes a special human being to make all of that work. And that's what she was, like, one of one. Nobody, like, I can't think of anybody like her, really.
Yeah.
No.
And
it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
No, go ahead. It is heartbreaking.
I'm sorry. I'm very nervous. I'm just going to honor that I'm, like, nervous because I feel so emotional about this.
Hey, please.
Yeah.
I get it.
100%.
The tragedy of losing someone like Catherine O'Hara, we lost Rob Reiner a month or two ago, is like, it's sad not to have them, that there's nothing more. They can't create anything more. But the beauty is that they leave behind this body of work that we can revisit whenever we want. Like, she's never far away from the people who love her as fans. And there are whole new generations that will get to discover her work and fall in love with her over and over again, because the things that she's a part of are like cultural bedrocks. Like,
she's iconic.
Nobody who's into comedy doesn't know SCTV. Like, kids now who are getting into comedy will learn about SCTV. Someone will get them onto it. It'll be like the hip thing that they know that people don't know until they find other friends who know it. Beetlejuice is still huge. Home Alone is like, there's just these staples that she's a part of. That really, like, talk about people who have a great picker in terms of the projects they did or do, like a tremendous picker.
Well, I think a lot of that was like, and this is just based on reading that I've done over the years of interviews or people who've worked with her, is that she was very picky about what she did. And she mostly, especially like later in her career, only wanted to work with friends or people that she loved or had worked with previously. I think she had a couple bad experiences doing pilots and that sort of thing. I worked on a pilot maybe 10 years ago, and the network was desperately trying to get her, and there was just like no chance. She was just not interested in doing anything with somebody she had never met before, which I think is totally fair. I was an assistant on the pilot, but it was, I think she was just like, she just knew what she wanted to do, and she never prioritized fame or, again, it's parasocial. I don't know her personally, but this is just my impression from things that I've read. She never prioritized fame or anything like that. It was always about laughing and having a good time. And I think that shows in her work.
They tried to get her for SNL in the early to mid 80s, like before, I think before the Anthony and Michael Hall, maybe the Superstar year or a year before that. And she was like, no, I don't want to live in New York. Like, she just didn't want to do it. And that's like, at that time, because I think because of Eddie Murphy being there, it was hot again, would have been a big deal for her to be part of that cast, and she was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'll go back and do SCTV.
I love that for her.
She had a family to raise too, and was like, and that, like, the fact that she was like, I'm going to marry this production designer from Beetlejuice, and we're going to have a nice life together, and I'm going to take a little time off when my kids are little, and then I'll jump back into it, and like always seem to have just a good sense of that. Like, nope, I'm not here to go play Hollywood games. I'm just going to be really, really good at what I do. And what I do is play very funny things very straight. But still huge. I'm curious if it's because she's got this truth in her work. Do you think that's why she plays frustrated artists so well? Because there's so many of them in her body of work. You've got Delia in Beetlejuice. You've got Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek. You've got the studio executive who is lamenting that she's been kicked out of her work. And like, she always seems work frustrated. You know what I mean?
I think she liked playing, again, just from reading interviews, just like women who would have been considered difficult, but she kind of always just found something in common with them, you know, and enjoyed kind of lampooning the difficult stereotype, I think, of women in those roles, you know?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, shall we dive in? And how do you want to do this? I figure we can just go round robin and just throw out what we think are contenders for that best performance.
I'll tell you, I went through beforehand. We didn't talk about this. We were maybe going to. It had in my head we were going to. We hadn't talked about it. We hadn't even talked about talking about it. I was like, I wonder what, if you were going to pick the best. I have 9 roles written down that I think are probably her biggest roles.
Okay.
One of them is a character from SCTV. The other are all film roles. I'm curious. We could certainly go around and throw stuff out. I'm curious if they all get thrown out if we do it that way. You want to each do 3?
Sure.
Do it that way?
Sure. Yeah. Let me pull up my list here.
Pull your list up.
All right. Well,
And
you
you can go first.
pull your list up. I'm going to pull my list up.
I have my list to the side.
Oh, see, I didn't have my list on the side.
I made a list. People, you have to have
Guys,
lists.
I didn't
out
even
there.
make a list. I'm so sorry.
No, I just want,
I
You
just
don't
kinda
have to
knew.
make a list. We didn't tell you to make a list. This is all so last minute. This is a podcast.
I was
wake.
That's right.
I was telling Craig earlier, like, I was so excited that you guys asked me, but I'm still like so shocked and sad.
Yeah.
I've been like crying on and off all weekend, which is so insane. Like, this is not somebody that I knew, you know?
No, but it's
And
somebody
so
that's
many people
instrumental.
texted me. Yeah. I heard from a lot of people I haven't heard from in like 10 years, which was like really lovely. And yeah, it was like very sweet that people reached out to say they were sorry, and kind of weirdly hilarious and awkward. Ex-boyfriends, you know what I mean? I've been married for forever.
Wow.
And like ex-boyfriends were reaching out, which was really
I mean,
nice.
That's the power of someone who, you know, we mourn people who've had an impact on our life, and they could be people that we've known personally or people whose work meant a lot to us. Like, that's a real and totally valid, that is a valid thing. And it'll, you know, it hits you when it hits you. I get it.
It does. So I didn't prepare, but I'm ready still.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
What would you throw out what's your first one what was the first one that came to mind maybe for you?
I mean, Moira, I think, is kind of like, would probably have to be one of the finalists, in my opinion. Moira Rose.
It's the
from
one
Schitt's
that got her
Creek.
the Emmy.
Yeah. Yep.
Got her the acting Emmy. Got the writing Emmy in 82.
Yeah, it introduced her, I think, to a new generation of people, a younger generation who, like I said earlier, once they realized who she was like, oh, I've seen Home Alone. Of course I've seen Home Alone. But I think that role specifically stands on its own. And amazing that she did it in her 60s. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That it was so iconic, you know.
And also, like, big swings in the wrong hands, a role like that just becomes like, oh, it's just someone doing a voice. Because the voice can, like, it is a strong choice, but also, like, perfect for the character. And because she's grounded in her own world, like, she's so, like, it's like everything about that character is so perfectly crafted that it all makes sense, even though it makes almost no sense. Like, I don't think I would meet this person in real life, and yet this feels like a real person I could meet tomorrow.
Totally. Yeah. And you know, when I first watched it, I just got really loud. Sorry. My energy just kicked in. When I first watched it, I was like, this is not for me. You know, like I watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and it was before it had gotten on Netflix. So I was watching it on Pop, which was a Canadian, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to watch it with commercials, and I was just like, what is this? And then I like just stuck it out. And it really is one of those shows. And I hate to say it because I'm not a big believer in like, watch a whole season of something and then you're going to love it. But I do feel like with Schitt's Creek, you got to stick it out, you know, and get through the first half of that first season. And then those characters in terms of just like all of them in terms of maybe actually probably her is the least, but the other characters around her really do change and evolve in a very significant way over the seasons. But yeah.
Have you heard her talk about her voice for this show? And that's one thing, like you said, how like in any other hands, it could have just been a voice and a big character. But I think it's her specificity that is so funny.
It's so funny.
When she talks about that voice being a memento. It's a her voice is a souvenir of her travels. It's so
She's a world traveler. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's added all of these affectations. And it's not an accent. It is just a pure affectation. And
it's just
she
like
owns it.
an
and
amalgamation.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I saw the Schitt's Creek live show 3 times. And so, of course, every time she's telling the story about the accent. And it's just like it was so funny and delightful to watch her talk as Catherine O'Hara and then to just slip in and out of it, you know, like on a dime. And then to watch her co-stars like impersonate her doing it. It was really delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's
so
my nomination.
Yeah.
What you got?
I love it. That's a great one out of the gate, Moira Rose. I'll go next, and I will throw Delia Dietz in there. I think Delia Dietz is one of the funniest. It's like she understood the assignment of being in a Tim Burton movie. She threaded the needle perfectly of this believable character who is, everything is just so out there. Her art is hilarious in it. Her relationship with her art is hilarious in it. And that scene, just the Deo scene. I'm going to go with just that scene alone to watch Catherine O'Hara play this artist who is being controlled by a ghost and putting on a show, and to watch her realize what's happening to her body and then in some moments enjoy it and in some moments be terrified by it and just run the gamut of emotions while being controlled by someone else takes such a deft hand. And she's so funny in that whole movie. And that I think she's the best part about the sequel, Beetlejuice, when that came back.
I agree.
And she's got her, and now that she is a successful artist, we get to see Catherine O'Hara in a role as a successful artist.
Right.
And who's just being more and more and more self-indulgent. And in a movie about, you know, it's kind of morbidly funny now that she's in that realm. But when she pulls out 2 poisonous snakes and is like, I'm going to do this ritual now with these 2 poisonous snakes. From the moment that scene starts, you know exactly what's going to happen. Yep. It's a movie about dying and going back and forth between the underworld and the regular world. And she is waving poisonous snakes around. And the way that she just baits you in that scene is like, just do it. Do it. I'm here for it. And it's, that character, she just lives in that character so effortlessly. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories that I read over the weekend when I was in my downward spiral of reading all of the I met Catherine O'Hara stories online. This one was so delightful. It was 2 people and they were standing in line, a couple people behind her. I don't know, Chipotle or something, some kind of fast food. And one of them started singing, Deo, like very quietly. And I guess from Beetlejuice. And I guess Catherine turned and like smiled at them and they were totally delighted. And then when Catherine got her food and was leaving, she started singing back to them.
Oh, just amazing. Just good at it.
So
just
sweet.
Good at it and kind.
You know, and even if that story's made up, I don't think it is. But what a great story.
Right. Hal, where are you taking us?
Man, I was going to start with another one that has a story similar to that is verified and on video, but somebody else will mention it. I'll talk about it then. I'm going to start with Sheila Albertson from Waiting for Guffman.
Yes.
Just because it's another sort of successful artist if you think about it.
Yeah. Just frustrated artist.
Her is one half of the couple in town that are always the stars of every single musical. It's so good. There's so many great moments in it. The 2 that stick out in my mind the most are their audition where they do Midnight at the Oasis together. in the most like over rehearsed and terrible performance in the world. Oh. And then her drunk at dinner and talking about her husband's penile reduction surgery and like seeing like the real her is sort of like the non-buttoned up version of Sheila. It's just such a great performance, especially like playing off of Fred Willard, who's got such a different energy. Like that's a weird combination that works really well because of, not just because of her, but she makes it work really, really well.
I mean, I think it's the majority opinion of people that like Catherine O'Hara is the greatest drunk actor. Like the way that she plays drunk.
Perfect.
Is unbelievable. It's so accurate. And I think that scene is maybe the greatest example, although she has many, including Moira. But that's such a great scene in the restaurant with them.
Yeah. I think what she does brilliantly in that scene specifically is that's when she finally lets go. This character's like, she always finds a great hook. And it feels like the hook of this character is the housewife who follows the lead of and is in the shadow of her much more bombastic husband. And when she finally gets to let loose in that moment, like it's the moments where she's quiet in that movie that are so funny, where you know she wants to say something, but this character would not say it. This character wants to say something and she is holding back, and it's just a little head tilt or it's something. So I would love to see an audio commentary of just Sheila Albertson's actual thoughts through that whole movie. Or I don't.
Oh my God, so fun.
I want them to be a mystery still.
You get to fill it in.
Yeah.
My favorite scene from that movie is one of the interview scenes where she's talking about the less is more kind of acting. And you close your eyes and you look at them, and then you look away, and then you close your eyes and you look at them. And she's like basically talking about method actors. It's so hilarious and accurate.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
There's a lot more Catherine O'Hara brilliance to come. We're going to take a break and then come back, and we'll each throw out 2 more roles, and then we will determine once and for all the greatest Catherine O'Hara role. We'll be right back.
Hi, I am Jordan Crucchiola, and I host Feeling Seen. I'm here with Maximum Fun Member of the Month, Khalil Goodman. Hi, Khalil.
Hi, Jordan. Thank you for having me. So great to see you.
I gotta know what's made you feel seen. I figure you've thought about this if you've listened to the show a bunch.
I read X-Men when I was 6. When you're a kid who makes art, which I am, and you're a queer kid, like there's this feeling of like something is different, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You can be different, but it can be a superpower.
What would you say to others who might be considering supporting the show? What would be your sales pitch to them?
If you love this thing, if you are getting all of this joy and comfort from this thing, make sure that this thing that you like will continue.
Thank you so much, Khalil, for taking the time to talk to me today and for listening to the show. My God, it means a lot to just know people are really listening and valuing what they're hearing.
Thank you so much.
Become a Maximum Fun member now at MaximumFun.org/join.
If you want to know what's going on in the world of movies, you should be listening to Maximum Film so we can tell you all about it.
Okay, but what if you already know what's going on in the world of movies? What if you're kind of obsessed with movies? Like maybe you have a problem?
Well, then you should definitely be listening to Maximum Film, because we too have that problem, and it's important you know you're not alone.
We're talking indies you'll want to seek out.
Blockbusters and blockbusting wannabes.
Classics we can't get enough of.
I'm comedian and writer Kevin Avery.
I'm film critic Alonzo Duralde.
I'm festival programmer and producer Drea Clark.
Together, we're Maximum Film. Smart about movies in Hollywood, so you don't have to be.
But if you already are, that's also great. And hey, we see you.
New episodes every week on MaximumFun.org.
By the way, Guffman is the DVD that is sitting next to my DVD player, because that was the one we put in when we heard. Yeah. Oh.
You don't have to answer.
And the fact that every song is just sung at the same loud.
Yes.
Oh my God. She screams stool boom. You can hear her above it. Stool boom.
We're back. Let's jump back in, because her singing in Waiting for Guffman is so funny. Because here's the thing. When she does singer singing poorly, she does a thing that I love where she doesn't miss-sing the notes. She sings the notes correctly, but everything else about her form is incorrect.
Yeah, the right note the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's over enunciated.
Or there's not enough breath,
there's
or there's too much vibrato, or whatever the thing is she's doing wrong. It's not the note, it's everything else.
Yes. She's received a ton of bad singing advice, and she's using all of it every time she sings.
Yeah. Oh, Sheila. Oh, Sheila.
Sheila.
All right. Well, who's your next one you got for us, Carla?
Okay. I would like to say Mickey from A Mighty Wind.
Yeah.
I love her in it. I love that movie. And I would say that she's not the funniest part of that film in terms of like the bits that she gets or that made it into the final cut. But I would say she's the heart of the whole movie. And she really grounds Eugene Levy's kooky guy and his eye cross, which I love, but it doesn't really work unless Catherine O'Hara is so normal. And as we would say in the improv world, the voice of reason, you know, but you can also tell how much affection she still has for him. And she doesn't say a lot in that film, but I just find her performance so moving. And then, of course, you get to find out like, oh, she has an amazing singing voice, which we knew by then, I guess, already. But she has a sister. I don't know if you guys know this. Her name's Mary Margaret O'Hara. Have you heard of this woman? Yeah. So she's a singer. And like this role was based off of her sister. Her sister had like a huge album in the 80s and then quit the business because she hated she didn't like dealing with the studio or with producers, music producers. But she's like apparently like very well known in Canada still and still sings and performs and tours. And if you go look at pictures of her, she looks just like Catherine O'Hara's character in this film. Like the long dark hair with like this streak of like gray. And you can tell that like they don't have like Mary Margaret O'Hara's voice is astonishing. It is one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. Truly. I'm not exaggerating. And Catherine O'Hara has a lovely voice, but so they're not singing exactly the same, but you can tell in the way that she's phrasing the songs and like the pacing at which she's doing it, that it's really based on her sister. And I think that's really, I find it fascinating and really interesting.
There's a real warmth to that character. Like the care that she has for Mitch, the fact that she loves her husband and is supportive of his dream and singing about catheters at a trade show by the end of the movie because she's back like doing her music again, that it's a really like loving tribute to her sister in that way because the character is so like it's based on somebody but not making fun of anybody, which is
totally. Yeah.
In a movie like that, that's hard to pull off because everybody's mocking somebody somehow.
Yes, it's pretty broad, some of those characters. And something you just said made me realize something, Hal, which is like, I think that character, the love story actually between Mitch and Mickey is such an adult love story because it's a love story from the past. You know, it's like a first love. And she's in love with her husband. Like, I never watched that movie and ever question if she's going to leave her husband for Mitch. You know what I mean? Like, but you can still tell that he means something to her. And I think it just like shows the complexity of love and romance in a really, I don't know, moving way.
Yeah. Great choice. Yeah. So far, every one of these has been on the list. Mark, what do you have?
I have, you know what? I've got another one, but while we're talking about this one, I'm sure my other one will get mentioned. While we're talking about this, I can't continue on without getting, I would say probably the trilogy. There have been others. There was For Your Consideration and others, but that big Christopher Guest trilogy of Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, and A Mighty Wind. So I'm going to throw Cookie Fleck in there. Cookie Fleck in Best in Show, who lived a whole life. But it's like she always has to be quiet about something. Like she has a secret. And this time the secret is Cookie's old life that keeps getting spoiled when every town, every place that they go, some ex-boyfriend walks up to her.
Yeah. Or a one-night stand or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of encounters.
Yeah. And it's just like, I feel like she may have known intimately the character that she played in A Mighty Wind. I know intimately the character that she played in Best in Show, because that hair, I mean, come on, we know where you grew up as well, Carla. It's the hair, it's the makeup, it's the vibe, it's everything about Cookie is so familiar as just like a East Tennessee lady kind of vibe.
Yes.
Like everybody has a person that's like Cookie where they're from, who's crazy into their dog. You're rooting for her the whole time. Like you mentioned before, when she gets injured and is trying to walk, it's hilarious, but it's all still grounded. It's just, And it's all of these moments of improvising with Eugene Levy that, I mean, I know that Moira Rose is written, but just that relationship, the Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara relationship that's been around since 1976 is to watch them work together. Yeah, because they did Godspell first, right?
Yeah, they were that legendary Godspell production. So they were like wasn't it Eugene Levy that suggested her for Second City or told her to go there? Was it her?
Probably.
Was it him? Was it John Candy? Somebody.
It was Gilda. Her brother was dating Gilda Radner. But I think they all knew each other. Like, it just seemed like it was a small community.
And she was Gilda's understudy.
She was younger. Yeah.
At Second City. Yeah.
Wow.
Gosh,
Catherine was younger than all of them, which is another real bummer about her recent passing.
Right.
You know,
how young she is.
By several years. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So funny.
Yeah. This character, it's funny you call it a secret, Mark, because she makes no bones to hide it. She's always just like, that's the past. Like, but again, like similar to, you never think Mickey's going to cheat on her husband. You never think Cookie's going to cheat on Jerry.
No.
But can she slip right back into, can she help herself from being just a flirtatious person? No.
You never forget your best.
Yeah. I mean, when they have the engineer at the end, when they're recording God Loves a Terrier, that whole album of Terrier songs. And the guy's like, you don't remember. And she like, as soon as he reminds her, she's like, oh. Yeah, like she remembers it, like has fond memories of the past, but is grateful for where she is in the present. And like maybe of all of her characters is the one I'd want to hang out with the most because she seems so fun, even when they're all mixing and she's talking to John Hagen's character. Like you can tell, like they're immediate best friends. They get along really well. Like that character fits in any sort of situation and will make it work.
I don't know, man. If I was going to hang out with any of them, it'd still be Delia Dietz for me.
Well, you're weird.
Come on.
She'd be a tough hang.
Fun. Yeah. I would just like to, like that. She would be the version of a hang where I'd be like, oh, great. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to sit and enjoy this.
And
so you want a show, not a hang.
I want a show. Yeah. I like a hang with a kooky person that I can be like, this is going to be fun.
Sure. Why not?
Like Paget.
We love
Paget's our favorite kooky hang.
She's our favorite kooky person.
She's so
the best
fun.
texter.
She's the most fun to just sit around and watch.
I love it. Oh, Lord. One of the saddest things that I saw around Catherine O'Hara passing away was Macaulay Culkin's post. And he said in interviews that Catherine O'Hara was more of a mother to him than his own mother was. He had a really difficult relationship with his parents. And she and her role as Kate McAllister in Home Alone and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, that character is like, those are not likable or good parents. As they're written. Really, you have to want them, you have to be, and I get it, you have to be on Kevin's side so that you're excited, like you can enjoy what he's enjoying when he's finally by himself. You want to feel, you're supposed to feel the way that he feels when everybody's ganged up against him. But there is, again, like the pathos that she brings to that. And this is the other story that this, I think, would corroborate that Deo story. She was doing a junket and being interviewed by Kevin McCarthy, who's a really, really good film interviewer and now has a podcast. And she sat down and he introduced himself as Kevin and she said, "May I, Kevin?" And then she was like, "No, I can do it better." Then she did it again. And the look on his face that like the one thing he probably wanted more than anything when she walked into that room was like, "Do you think you could just scream Kevin for me, like to me," but would never ask. And then she immediately offers it up and is like happy. And like, obviously that's Home Alone is one of the greatest holiday movies of all time. It's a perfect film. There are a bunch of perfect films that she's been in. That's one of them. And her performance on the side of making you mad at her for Kevin and then also feeling the pain and the guilt that she has and seeing the resolve of a mother who will do anything to get back to her child, including riding with a polka band in a rent-a-truck. It seems effortless, but is not easy.
No.
I agree.
That whole finale scene, like their reunion at the end of that movie.
When she hugs him.
Is so perfect. Yeah.
It makes me cry. It's great.
Every year it makes me cry.
Every year.
The thing, you know, we were talking earlier and I don't remember who said it, but she does a great job of picking projects. And then you said, yeah, she's very picky. I'm wondering if she didn't just pick these movies to be in because they were classics. They were bound to be classics. They were bound to be classics, I think, at least partly because of her. Like the reason that Home Alone works so well is she is the adult heart of that movie.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
It's a mother getting back to to her, even though it's the B plot of the movie, a mother getting back to her son and then having that reunion at the end of the movie is beautiful and heartbreaking. And along the way, we get John Candy being silly and we get her playing the straight man. Her as the straight man to John Candy when they're just standing in the airport and he's listing off all of his polka songs in the hopes that she will remember one of them. Yeah.
It's so great.
She's such a great straight man.
For that role too, I agree how it's like, it's an unsung hero kind of role. And I love how much of a girl boss she is in it. Like you never question who wears the pants in that family.
Right.
Like she is in charge. Like she is the one. And so I think that helps a little bit with me, with the justification of like buying how she could have let him slip out of her fingers. Cause she's paying for the pizza. She's like trying to calm the kids down. She's making sure everybody's packed to go, even like her nieces and nephews. Yeah. Obviously she has some amazing job herself, which they think is like a fashion designer or something, right? Is that what you all read?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's
of all the mannequins in the basement.
Yes. Yeah. She's some sort of designer, works in the fashion industry. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
So
and then the basement as well. Yeah.
I love how like, self-possessed she is in that movie too. Yeah.
Yeah. And in the second one, she goes out after him into the city, not knowing where she is, where he is, but like somehow retracing steps and then remembering, like, the remembering that he's going to be at the tree at Rockefeller Center because it's not Christmas without a Christmas tree. Like, that's really sweet stuff.
So sweet. I just got a text from a high school friend saying, I was sorry to hear about Catherine O'Hara.
Oh my gosh.
It's still happening
while we've been sitting here.
My phone just lit up and she's somebody I talk to maybe twice a year. So sweet.
I was going to say, what is the last text exchange between you? What's the date on it?
What are you wearing to prom?
Our iPhones were really February 27th, 2025. So that would have been almost a year ago.
It's a year ago. Yeah, not at a year.
Yeah.
And then
great.
Reaching out ahead of schedule because, that's
so nice. Yes. Okay. Home Alone, love it. Home Alone 2, also love it.
Yeah.
I love them equally.
Who's your next choice?
Yep.
Okay. This is tricky, you guys. We're really whittling down. I'm going to throw in a deep cut, maybe not for you guys, but possibly for people listening. There is a Martin Scorsese movie called After Hours with Dominic Dunn. And Catherine O'Hara has a small but memorable part as a woman that he runs into and, is trying to help Dominic Dunn's character. But there's this incredible scene that I would encourage everybody to go YouTube if you can. Hopefully you can. Everybody has YouTube now, right? Where she's like,
we all have familiar.
You all have it. He's like trying to track down this woman, and it is like the goal of his whole night, this other woman. And Catherine O'Hara's there, and he's like asking her to take down the number, and she is messing with him and messing him up as he's trying to like remember the number. So he's trying to memorize it from the operator, like back in the olden days when you would just like get numbers from the operator. And he's like 8, 5, 2, and she's sitting on the side going 9, 1, 4. She just keeps messing him up. And it is truly hilarious. It's one of my favorite scenes that she ever did. And I really love that movie. I think it's a great movie. So I don't know that that's necessarily a finalist, but I wanted to give a deep cut as well.
That's
pretty
impressive.
To represent.
It was not on my list.
No, and now I have to go see this scene. Do I need to see the rest of the movie, or do I just need to see Catherine O'Hara's part?
Honestly, I really enjoy it. It is a little, misogynistic.
Fair.
I
think
the
80s?
An 80s movie?
Right?
Yeah.
But I do love like an overnight movie where it's like, somebody feels like they're in a nightmare and they can't get to where they're trying to go to. Like this is a nightmare that I truly have all the time. And so for me, that I love this movie because of that, because it pushes you there. You feel real stressed out for him, but it's funny too.
I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to throw out there. Now, we said best Catherine O'Hara role. So I'm taking this a little bit broader, and I'm going to say the role of sketch writer and performer for SCTV.
Oh.
As in its aggregate, that was her first Emmy, was for writing that show. She did hilarious stuff on SCTV. Her impressions were great. Her Katharine Hepburn, as you mentioned before. Her Brooke Shields, the Brooke Shields show with Rick Moranis playing her mother. and her just as a petulant child is so funny. It seems improvised, even if it isn't. But yeah, just so many different characters on there. The televangelist that she plays. Yeah. When she does Lucy on Count Floyd's Monster Terror Horror Theater Christmas special. She's
Lola, right? There's Lola Heatherton.
Yeah, Lola Heatherton is the star that was always
the
on
lounge singer. Something. Yeah.
I
love this. I love that you said that.
That's really good. Yeah. All right. Well, I was hoping somebody would take one of the other ones so that I could throw Patty Lee out there because I think it's such a good role in the studio. But I'm going to go with Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, which again is like it's a grounding role. It's very different than any of these other roles on here. Partially because it's she's doing it all with her voice, but partially because it's just this like tender, sad character. There's really like not any. This is playing it straight to a level beyond even Mickey Crab, where like she has to be the straight person, the tragic character, the love interest, and she pulls it off so well. And the movie's not as good. Like, I don't know who else. Like, the only person I can think of who I think could pull that off is probably Meryl Streep along with her. Like, those are the two people who you could put in that role and make it work. And Meryl was in second position for that one, rightfully so. It's such a great performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see her do it live a few years back at the Bowl, and it was like walking into a time machine. Like, she just sounded exactly the same. I had heard in more recent years that she stopped doing it because she felt like she couldn't hit the notes anymore. So I don't know. Maybe I saw it in like 2017, but something like that. But anyways, when I saw it, it was exactly as it was in the film, like just the notes that she was hitting and the way that she was doing it. It was incredible. And it had already been like, 25 years or something.
Man.
So good.
If you go to her IMDb as well, like, I do think, obviously she's known for these iconic live action things, but if you like look at a lot of her credits, I think most of her credits are voiceover.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she did a lot of VO.
No kidding. I knew that she had done a couple, and I knew that she had a couple of roles in Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't remember who the other one was, but she did get to have a little bit of
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
And also
she was amazing.
Yes, so good. And Oogie Boogie. Yeah, she did all of that.
Disappears into the roles.
She was the mayor.
All right. So here's what we've got now. We've got 9 of them. So I'm going to read off our list of 9 that we have, and we can take the temperature and see if there's one. Do we want to do a count? How do you want to do it? You want to do a countdown and I'll say one, or do you want to each pick one from one of the other people?
Well, I'm curious.
I don't know if we have a consensus.
I would say read the list and then.
Wait,
I'm curious.
How did we miss one? Was there one that you didn't get to say? Did you? On your list?
The other one I had was Patty Lee from The Studio, which is a very good role. Okay. Also a reward winner for her, I'm pretty sure. She won a Golden Globe for that?
She won a Golden Globe for it. She won the Emmy in 2020 for it. She was nominated twice.
For Schitt's Creek. But the Studio, she won, I think, a Golden Globe for that. I don't know if
she won it. Maybe. I don't think so.
She was at least nominated.
Yeah.
She was nominated. Yeah, she was nominated in January for The Studio, and she wasn't at the ceremony, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. Did you guys watch The Studio?
Yeah.
I did.
I loved The Studio. There is the moment that is now burned in my brain of Catherine O'Hara in that is when they're doing the oneer. And I don't know if it was the oneer. The shot is a oneer, but it's him going to her house, and the shot begins like in her driveway. She's sitting. They're having a conversation far away, and the camera just gets closer and closer to her as they're having this conversation. And it's just a slice of life moment, watching a great actor nail it in one. It's like watching a play. I always love one long shot because you really get to see the actors playing, and the way that she just has mastered just the craft and the technique of timing everything perfectly with that. It's just, we lost not only a great artist, we lost a great craftsperson. Like, yeah.
I really liked The Studio. I thought I felt like she wasn't used as well as she could have been, honestly, in The Studio. So I was really looking forward to seeing what she was going to do in the second season, which they had just started shooting, I guess, this week. So yeah, bad timing all around. But yeah, that's a great show, and I'm going to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Can I put in one honorable mention? This would not be something. This is just a recommendation. Yeah. There is a movie called Heartburn, and it is a Mike Nichols film with Meryl Streep and Jack Nicholson from the 80s. It might have been Catherine's first feature after SCTV or close to it. Maybe After Hours was first. I can't remember. But there is a fantastic scene with my 3 favorite actresses. And I just am so excited that I was on this planet when the 3 of them got to do a scene together. And it's Meryl Streep, Stockard Channing, and Catherine O'Hara. And they're sitting around a dining room table when Meryl Streep shoves a pie in Jack Nicholson's face. And it is just... Catherine doesn't get to do a ton in that movie, but she's so memorable. And just having the 3 of them in that scene together is so, it's just, I don't know, just warms my heart. And I don't know, I would recommend people watching it if you can.
Yeah.
Very cool.
For that scene alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw one more honorable mention out just because I was such a Tales from the Crypt fan back in the day.
Yes.
She did a courtroom episode of Tales from the Crypt that was super fun.
Yes.
But I think it was at that time when all the big stars were like, I want to do a Tales from the Crypt. And then she goes in and nails hers.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what we've got. We've got Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek, Delia Dietz from Beetlejuice, Sheila Albertson from Waiting for Guffman, Mickey Crabb from A Mighty Wind, Cookie Fleck from Best in Show, Kate McAllister from the Home Alone movies. Her work as a sketch performer and writer on SCTV. Her role as the Numbler in After Hours. I don't know what
her name was
we're going to call
Gail.
And Sally in the classic Nightmare Before Christmas. Is there one that everybody is leaning toward?
I have one.
I have one too.
All right. I think I have one too.
You defined it for me last time. And like I said, I did not prepare. I'm sorry. I only had a few hours.
Hey,
what do you define as best role, right? Because that can be different. We went through this with the Meryl Streep episode. I forgot what you said.
The only one that isn't specifically a movie role is the role of writer-performer in SCTV. She said that her favorite role was Mother. But we don't have any basis for knowledge of that.
She was my mother. No.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that. I didn't see her in Mother. I thought that was Jennifer Lawrence.
Sorry.
No evidence of that. Okay. So is this like in terms of like iconic that what she'll be remembered for? Is that what
what it means to you? It can be most iconic, the best. It could be the funniest. Like, any of those apply. They may all apply to one for each of us. I have one that I just, I keep changing it. What do you have? What do you have, Carla? Which character is speaking?
We're going to do it individually.
I thought we were going to do a 1, 2, 3, and then I'll say it at the same. Let's do a 1, 2, 3 and see if on the odd chance that all 3 of us say the same one, then we got it right.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Moira Rose.
Moira Rose. Oh.
What did you both say?
Interesting. We both said Moira Rose.
I felt like that was probably the answer. I just wanted to say Sheila Albertson one more time.
Well, Moira Rose is like, it's the perfect culmination of what she does. It's a character that's hugely over the top, but she believes everything she is doing and saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a culmination of everything she does, even as far as the hair goes. Catherine O'Hara's hair is iconic in every movie she is in.
Yeah.
And then for Moira Rose to have this epic wig collection.
Moira Rose wears a wig as a hat in Schitt's Creek at one point.
I mean,
in terms of like iconic and just like the memification of a role, like those Moira Rose memes and impressions even, I think are just going to live on for many, many years.
Yeah. And it's the show's what? Is it 6 seasons that it went?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
right?
So
5 or 6. I should know
5
that.
or 6.
I don't remember.
People of the World, not only is it a great performance that has all of these themes that we've been talking about with Catherine O'Hara, there's something grounded in it, but it's also a big swing and it's really memorable and funny and is doing its own thing, but fits into the world really well. And somehow, like, despite being standout, supports everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's so much of it to watch that it's a good idea. Like, if you haven't watched it all the way through, you can do that. If you haven't watched it in a while, you can do that. Revisit Catherine O'Hara's work and share Catherine O'Hara's work with other people. And the crown jewel of that work is her award-winning role as Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek, Asked and Answered.
Carla, thanks for being here, pal.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm really honored. I hope I did an okay job.
You did a great job.
You were great.
You carried us through this journey, and I appreciate it.
And I wanted to give you the opportunity. Yeah, like, not the opportunity, but like it meant something to me and to Mark to have you here talking to someone whose work you admired so much and who, for me, is intertwined with you as someone whose work is really important to you. So, like, there wasn't anybody else I could think of that I would want to have here to talk about her other than you.
It's very sweet. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm still kind of like grieving
Yeah.
my parasocial relationship, but I really think like her work's only going to get better and more watchable as the years go on. So to Catherine, we love you.
To Catherine.
To Catherine.
And to Carla.
And to Carla,
your work inspires us as well. So we want your work to inspire all of the people of the world as well. So where can folks find you?
Yeah, Orange Tuxedos on the road this year. Craig and I are doing a bunch of improv. We're going to be in Amsterdam in February. We'll be in Cincinnati in April. But you can go to orangetuxedoimprov.com and we're going to have our calendar up there.
Heck yeah.
That's me.
Well, thank you for being here. This topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
you can be like Cindy Whitmore and you can go to our Discord. That's bit.ly/WGT Discord to leave topics there. Thank you for that, Cindy. And thank you to everybody who's there building our community in real time. If you're not part of it, you're welcome to be. So do it. Go to the link that I said. You can also follow us on social media. We Got This Podcast. We are at We Got This Show on Instagram. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I sure hope you do because we have all of our episodes there. Plus a bunch of extra video bonus content that we've done over the years, a bunch of live streams we've done that still live there. And it costs you nothing to follow us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, but it means everything to us. So thank you for doing that. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kilman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for helping us get through this with the help of our dear friend Carla, who we know is not only a fan, but an expert on Catherine O'Hara and a dear friend of ours. So for giving us the opportunity to sit down and really get to celebrate a great, great artist. We wouldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. So to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody. We got this.
We got this.
Kevin! Something like that.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Was it
That was great.
Maximum Fun.
A worker-owned network
Of artist-owned shows.
supported
Directly
by you.